All right. And this is the biggest reason why. He went from I don't want it all to I want to do this for, the Andrea or whatever
Andrea.
her fucking name is. Because she pleaded to me, she wants me to take it on. So he took it on, and he took it on half-ass. He took it on very lackluster. Okay, straight up he did. Now that he's seen that people are behind it, they're ready to go for it. The video he put on, his face was all red. He was like stuck in that smiling mode. He looked like he was crying because someone said they'll, do $400,000 if they make up to $600,000. Because then he has to, then it's $1 million. Then he puts his $1 million in, and then it's like, oh my god, we can definitely get this. We can fucking take this on. We can have this. I want this. We can do this. For what fucking purpose? There is no fucking purpose to turn that into a paranormal location for people anymore. His daughter and her husband, or whatever, his stepson, or his son-in-law, everything they did at that location to provide paranormal evidence, I believe 100% is fucking fake. Okay? The toe popping, whatever, that was the evidence they were providing for hundreds of people that came there.
Yeah, they reckoned that it was the owner that was making them do that.
I don't fucking care if it was the owner or not. They ruined the reputation of that place for all this shit.
Yep.
Now,
Oh, God, yeah.
Jason Hawes he no longer has TV shows. They're gone. The last one he had stopped in 2021. So he's been without TV income for 4 years. Right? He was trying so hard to get Ghost Hunters back up. He did one season of Ghost Hunters after Grant got the okay to do Ghost Hunters. Grant got canned. They brought Jason in. That show got canceled. Because it was Jason and Dave Tango and yada 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 all over again. Same bullshit. And they get fucking canceled. Now, does this mean that, let's say, people from Waverly Hills, right, which actually really put Ghost Hunters on the map is when they did the Waverly Hills Sanatorium. That's what put Ghost Hunters on the fucking map. When they had the first thermal image of a spirit running across the hallway. He is way too into this. He is way too excited to get this house. He has definitely not stated anything about what the LLC will be built on. He said there's going to be 4 people running it. He hasn't said who. This mystery donor, why would a mystery donor just suddenly pop up out of fucking nowhere? Without anything to get back from this. Just because fucking Andrea's has stage 4 brain cancer? Cool, okay. She probably knew about the brain cancer for literal years, right? And never brought this up to anyone else until right now?
No, she's had breast cancer, which has metastasized to her brain.
Okay,
So
she's
it's stage 4 end stage terminal cancer.
Yeah, I know what stage 4 terminal cancer is.
Yeah,
Trust me.
she only got the news about it spreading to her brain last week.
Okay, but she's had breast cancer prior.
Yeah.
And she found out last week that it's turned into brain cancer, but he's been doing this since 2 weeks ago. Just about. I think he knows who the donor is completely without a fucking doubt. I believe that he knows who bought the mortgage. I believe he knows what bank it's through. I believe he is getting more information than he is letting out, and that place is not going to be set up the way we think it is. That it's going to get run by his family. He says he doesn't want it, but he is working so damn hard to save a place that has no real significance. It's a place that has only had controversy for the last, 3 fucking years. It's all just been controversy. Why fight so hard for a place that he was, number one, never going to put his money on, because he has to make a profit then. Number two, a place that he full-heartedly said over and over he didn't want to have anything to do with anymore. For the last year of dealing with Nunez. Doesn't make any fucking sense. His daughter and his son-in-law literally ruined that fucking place by telling everyone for so long, oh yes, Abigail is telling us this and this and this about your family, when it was all a fucking shit show. Fucking hoax. Nothing good can actually come from him owning this place. There is no LLC already set up for it, because that would be set up afterwards. But we don't know who's going to be running the LLC. We don't even know who he has in mind. He isn't discussing any of that. And it's going to also bring in this idea that, hey, look, we can just fucking continue on this road like every other goddamn paranormal shit fuck right now, of buying up a location and claiming it's completely haunted all the way and just cashing in on it. Because what it's going to end up being is it's going to end up being complete passive income for him and whoever he has run the LLC. That's going to be complete passive income. So of course he's excited for it. He's going to make money without having to do a single fucking thing. He's not just going to give it up. There's no goddamn way in hell. Why would you give up a property like that? You wouldn't. That's why fucking Nunez held on to it for so damn long. Because she knows the value of the fucking property. The property alone is worth more than that house is. It's worth more than its history. The property, the land alone is worth far more than anything that house is worth. Yeah, so Andrea Perrin was part of the family that grew up in that house that claimed to have all this crazy paranormal shit happen, where her mom was strapped to a chair and flying through the living room and a whole bunch of crazy shit. That's what the Conjuring films are based on, is that whole crap.
Yep.
Which never fucking happened.
Well, the thing is that the house wasn't haunted before they moved in.
No. There's been no history of it.
No.
It's all fucking lies. And if it's not lies, it is literally the greatest poltergeist activity that has ever been announced in the entirety of our fucking planet. People being held up in the air and spun around in circles. That's why the Conjuring films were made. Was based off of the Perrins' claims that Ed and Lorraine Warren dove into. It's all a bunch of fucking shit. Jason Hawes has been really good for a long time. People really respect his name. But he's doing shady shit right now. He's not telling the community all the information. A lot of people want to know if his daughter is going to be involved, because if his daughter is going to be fucking involved, they don't want to donate their money. That's why he's not saying it. Saying he's never done a GoFundMe before and he's, lowered the value or whatever. And people are just going along with it.
It's been lowered to 700,000. Yeah. 700,000.
You're right. I don't know. There's too many things with it that just seem really fucking out of place and really wrong. And a guy, in my opinion, like Jason, he is using his name and his reputation to get away with it. And I'm claiming right here, right now, someone's gonna get fucking duped. I get it. He goes, you're not out any money. I'm gonna refund it all back. You're not out anything. What if they are? What if they are out the actual opportunity to go to that fucking goddamn place? Because you now get in bed with someone who put in $400,000 of their goddamn money to make sure that you put in $1 million of yours. Does that not seem fucking crazy? That means he owns, whoever did the 400,000 would own basically a quarter of the fucking place. then Jason would own half of the fucking place, and all the donators, they don't own shit. They get nothing. Is he going to send them a letter in the mail saying, hey, here's your one free night to come investigate? If someone donated $10,000 to that and they get one fucking free night to investigate, that'd be bullshit. There's not enough information, and it was thrown together very haphazardly. I would not trust it in any way, shape, or form. If Elton and Matt Rife had 200 days to come up with theirs, but this whole situation is being done in, 15 days? This situation seems right now far worse. Because it doesn't make any sense. We already know Elton and Matt are strictly in it for the money. That's easy. That's a fucking straight up easy to find out. What's in it for Jason? What would be in it for Jason other than getting his name back up there in popularity again and getting his show back on the air? That's exactly what would be in it for Jason. Because his show got canceled and he's been trying to find another network, and he even stated as such he was trying to find another network for Ghost Hunters again to pick it up and take it.
He's been doing all of those things with his friend JV on YouTube.
Yeah, because he had no other option.
Yeah.
He had no other option but to go to YouTube. It all seems way too fishy. It all seems way too out there. And I don't care if people get pissed off and they decide to leave because of my opinion. This is how I feel about it. I said before it was going to be really fucked up when Elton and Matt took over the Warren Estate, and it did get fucked up. It's been fucked up the entire time, and it's going to continue to get fucked up. It's a great business idea after the first 100 days. The first 100 days are the fucked up piece of shit that no one likes. After that, it'll be perfectly fine. Because they'll have 2 different locations. They'll be getting 3 sources of income. It'll be fine. This situation with Jason is fucked up to a different level. Because there's no reason for any of it. Even if she begged him and pleaded with him to do it, he could literally just say, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm not going to take it on. You should find someone else. Hell, for all we know, it could be Grant Wilson that's putting in the $400,000.
He fell out with Grant Wilson.
They always fall out and they always get right back together. It's literally been happening for damn near 20 years. However, Grant did get really pissed off that he got kicked off of Ghost Hunters when he was asked to do it, and they chose Jason to take it back over. So they probably did have a falling out. But I wouldn't be fucking surprised with the way he looked when he was doing his whole reveal that I just got off the phone, I just got offered, $400,000, and his face is beat red, looked like he was crying. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Grant. Because then that would bring their families back together. I mean, he worked with Grant for decades.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he was actually talking about Grant recently, saying that they'd never do anything together again because they just have different ideas on how to do investigations and different ideas on how everything. So that
doing investigations is different than owning it in a paranormal place, though.
True.
Especially a place that close to home. For both of them.
We just don't know. Yeah, we just don't know who.
It could be fucking
the anonymous donor is.
Sam and Colby. It could be Zach Bagans, for all we fucking know. It could be Josh Gates. It could be anyone, right? And the fact that he's not telling anyone it is really bothersome. I understand people want to keep their identity secret for whatever fucking reason. I got it.
I mean, it could be freaking Batman, from what we know.
Yeah. I also think everyone around him has hyped him up about it. On top of that, he gets to be the White Knight of the Paranormal. Jason's always been the White Knight, though. Everyone has said Jason has always been very straight-laced and everything like that. However, you go back in time, there's an audio recording of one of the individuals that worked with him saying that no, Jason and Grant both had her do things that she didn't want to do. It was one of the individuals that was the one that always gave them their missions or whatever, their fucking, their queue, their locations to go visit. If I remember, she was the one that was on an audio tape saying, yeah, they had you do shit you didn't want to fucking do. Thank you for them 1,000 biddies. I don't know. I don't remember if it was Jason and Grant or just Jason or just Grant. But it was literally saying, you know, not like openly saying we were faking stuff, but giving that huge indication of, yes, we did stuff.
For doing those nasty things to me.
Was it Amy? I don't remember the woman's name. She was like red-haired, I believe.
Damn you.
Bambi! Hello, Bambi.
Far too long.
Thank you for the 2 gifted, my guy. Very much appreciate that. But yeah, that's, I don't know. The whole situation with the Conjuring House and Jason Hawes and all of it. There's something that stinks like bad fish.
Whoa! Whoa!
Tay, thank you for the 100 biddies. Whoever was it was way back when they originally started and stuff like that, and she had red hair, I believe. I don't remember exactly. But she was on an audio tape saying, yes, they had us do stuff we didn't want to do. But that's all I remember. And that was fucking years ago that came out. Personally, I like Jason. I've enjoyed him for a long time. I've started off watching Ghost Hunters. I watched Ghost Nation. I watched Ghost Hunters International. I watched him at different conventions. I watched his lives. My cousin and I literally sat down to watch one of his old Ghost Hunters lives when we were kids, and we were at the computer watching the fucking monitors. I loved that shit. But this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel like a straight-laced person anymore. It feels like someone is hiding something, and I don't like that. We've had enough things hiding and faking and whatever, you know.
Yeah, I think they need to be transparent in exactly who is going to be running it, who is donating like this huge sum of money. I mean, I at the minute I don't really care. Well, I mean, I
think
care
faking, Kelly.
who.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess I just want a lot of questions answered about what kind of stake this person who's donating all this giving them his money, what stake in the business is he gonna have?
Exactly. That's what everyone should be thinking about, is this person's willing to donate almost $500,000 fucking dollars to this.
Yeah.
So that would put him above every single other donor. Exactly. It's a I scratch your back, you scratch mine type of situation. Right? That's the way it looks. That's the way it feels. I even made that comment to Stone Rock, and I think he put down valid criticism, or the word fair, because
yeah, pretty much.
He's going to be having conversation with Jason, and I know Jason's very well liked and loved by everybody, but if you take out the name Jason Hawes and put anyone else's fucking name there, you are immediately on edge about it. Take out Jason Hawes' name, put Cody and Satori. Take out Cody and Satori, put Sam and Colby. Take out Sam and Colby, put Zach Bagans. Take out Zach Bagans, put Josh Gates. If Josh Gates was doing this stuff, people would be very suspect of it, because he's a very open guy. It seems out of fucking place.
I mean, people did ask, you know, is it Josh Gates? And we were told if Josh was going to donate, you know, I'm sure he'd tell everybody.
Right. But, I mean, it can be anyone. Think if it was Trump. Okay, put Trump's name there. Like, legitimately, though, take away the name Jason Hawes and put anyone's name there, you are automatically in, that seems sketchy, that seems wrong, that does not seem legit. It is way too good to be true situation, which really freaks people out.
Yeah.
And I think people are putting too much faith behind Jason's name. Take away the name. Put anyone else there and you'll look at it with a more objective eye.
I mean, I've not donated.
Neither have I.
So, no.
You automatically just cringe, you know.
Make it stop.
But it's a serious thing. If I were in this situation, I guess Heart's live now, or whatever, like whoever you say, it's a problem. Okay, let's take Danny DeVito, who hasn't done anything wrong in many years. Put him as the person doing it. It seems fucking weird. It still seems wrong. Take Chris Hemsworth doing it, having some weird mystical donor coming into it. It's just fucking weird. It doesn't matter how you slice it, the whole situation and how it's progressing is odd.
True.
Just called off from work. Didn't want to work for tomorrow, so I'm gaming it up tonight. Glad you're gaming there, Bambi. But it's not reasonable to expect him to tell us who it is when someone asks him to announce. Like, I understand that. But if there are certain perks to donating that much money,
I think we need to know what that person's getting for that 400,000.
exactly. I saw that earlier, by the way. I don't know what to think about that.
Alternatively, I would say no. Make them put it through the GoFundMe.
I mean,
Do it above. If they're gonna do it like that, do it legit, above board. Put it through the GoFundMe.
right? Because
They can. The thing is, they can donate as anonymous. It still won't show their name. It'll just say anonymous.
exactly.
400,000. The only person that will know is the person that set the GoFundMe up, and that's Jason.
Exactly.
And he already knows who it is. So why are they being underhanded about it? Why isn't this going through the GoFundMe? Why is it going in Jason's back fucking pocket or wherever?
Jesse says, I'm sorry, but if you're going to donate 400,000 like willingly, I personally feel like you have to be revealed. I don't feel like they have to be revealed, but if there's anything behind that donation, because if that's the case, then anyone with a big sum of fucking money can now get a piece of the pie type of situation. That's what this creates.
I think they can donate that much through the GoFundMe.
I mean,
obviously, I don't have that much money to test it, but
it would probably be like a number of smaller donations, but up to that figure.
I mean, they could do like 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. Just do it all as anonymous, and it would go through.
Correct. Like, they can stay anonymous, but is there any perk to doing that, other than basically ensuring that Jason gets the house? And that's basically what it does. It ensures that Jason has $2 million to get the Conjuring House.
Although, what he was saying is, I think I know what, okay, just bear with my brain for a minute, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Jason said he will match the money in the GoFundMe.
Up to $1 million.
Up to $1 million. So, if the GoFundMe only needs to get to 600,000, then he only donates 600,000. If that anonymous donatee person puts in the 400,000 on top of the 600,000, that means that Jason has then got to put in $1 million.
Oh, I just got sent. There's no maximum fundraising limit on a GoFundMe. There is maximum donation limits. A single donation can be 100,000 or 250,000. So those are the limits.
Okay. So basically, the guy could do, like, 4 100,000 deposits into the GoFundMe,
Correct.
and that would make that would make it seem at least a little bit more legit. But the thing is, as I was just saying, Jason's only matching the GoFundMe. He's not matching the total. So if it only has to get to 600,000 and then he gets 400,000 in his back pocket, he's only got to match 600,000, not the entire $1 million.
That is a fair point. Like, if he goes by his actual wording of it, then yes. Unless that person puts the 400,000 into the GoFundMe when it reaches 600,000, then it would be $1 million.
Yeah. Then he would have to donate it, because he said he'd do it up to $1 million. So then
Correct.
he'd have to put in $1 million of his own money. But because that 400,000 is suspiciously not going into the GoFundMe, and the GoFundMe's only got to get 600,000, then he only has to match 600,000.
Correct.
So
Miss Kelly, yes. That big 400K donation only happens if it reaches $600,000. So if the GoFundMe reaches the 600K, then that anonymous donor will give the 400,000 at that point.
But he will, like, hand over, like, a check or stuff it in Jason's back pocket. He's not putting it into the GoFundMe. So I think they're doing it that way because Jason doesn't want to put in $1 million of his own money. I think he's only willing to put in 600,000.
That's very possible. Like, there's like that there now brings up a whole nother issue of, like what Mayo said, a potential fraud alert. Dumping all that money in there, and then Jason going with the whole, well, I only said I'd do the GoFundMe, not this extra stuff, and then he gets to keep more, more of his money out of it, when so many other people have donated so much of their money when he stated that he would do it.
Because if you look at what he's been saying, they'll have 1.4 million. Yeah?
Yeah, I suppose you're right. If he did say they'd have 1.4 million, then he is only willing to offer up $600,000 of his own money.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think he's had a rethink, because he's been saying to people that I will, I'll put in my own money up to whatever is in the GoFundMe. But now he's talking about, he talked about the 400,000, and now he's telling, it's even on the, hang on 2 seconds, there's a cat in the fucking way.
The GoFundMe, I think, is like at like 120 or something close to that.
The GoFundMe is currently at 143,000. Okay, but basically what he said is, if we can get this GoFundMe to 600,000, they will personally contribute 400,000 to help save the Conjuring House. And as promised, I'm matching donations as well. That means if we hit the 600k goal, we'll have 1.4 million ready to go.
Yeah, so he's not considering this donation to be anything to put him up higher. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Am I making
Yeah, no.
Am I making sense?
You're making
that's
sense.
Okay.
See, that's also shady fucking shit too. That's why he lowered the maximum goal.
He lowered the maximum target to 700k. He lowered it to 700,000.
I am not saying that Jason Hawes is a shady motherfucker, but he's doing some shady shit.
I mean, I'm just thinking maybe he doesn't want to actually put $1 million of his own money in.
Probably not.
Right, Jesse, the GoFundMe is at, I will read the numbers out in dollars, 143,399.
So 143,400 basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Miss Kelly, it is contingent on reaching that $600,000 goal to get the $400,000 donation from the personal whoever person. who he knows. He knows who the person is, and he is not telling any of us that, which is fine. But if they're going to be involved, they should be revealed.
He's dead excited about whoever it is.
He's not going to bid anything over the mortgage rate because the extra money about that goes to Jacqueline. The mortgage has already been covered. The mortgage is gone. Someone already paid off the mortgage. So that stuff is already gone.
Yeah, but won't they have to pay that as well?
If the new lender wants that to be paid, then yes. So I don't know who the new lender is that picked up the mortgage.
No, nobody does. Nobody does.
I don't know what their... it's going good, Albert. I don't know why they're so excited for the end of October now, because there's no more fucking auction, unless they're doing a silent, hidden auction and no longer making it out to the public. That's the only thing that makes sense why Jason is so fucking, yeah, we got this. Because there's no actual auction to the public anymore, it's going to be a silent auction.
Yeah, but won't other people know about it?
Only people with big money. Only certain people would be informed of a silent auction. Because a silent auction is literally just that. No one's supposed to know who's there. So the lender could actually go and contact all the people and do it that way. The mortgage is still there, and Jackie still owes it. Jackie does not anymore, because someone bought that mortgage out, so she no longer owns the house.
Oh no, she still owns the house.
Her name is on the deed, but the bank owns the house. Whoever the new lending agent is, they technically own the house, which is why it's still in the foreclosure process. She doesn't own anything to the house anymore.
The thing is, when the deed gets transferred over, it will be made public. So whoever owns the deed at that point, it will be in the public realm, and anybody will be able to go and have a look.
They bought the debt, not the house. Yes, they did pay the debt, but she does not own the house. The lending agency that is doing the foreclosure process technically still owns the house. She doesn't have ownership of it anymore. Unless she's the one that paid off the debt to maintain it, which is always possible.
Or got a friend to do it.
Correct.
Like her ex-wife. Ex-wifey.
If it was an entirely different entity, I don't think she would own the house anymore. Because the bank, the lending agency, the banking agency is still putting it up for auction or the foreclosure process, unless she paid the back debt on it, whatever she owed. Okay, so that was the argument for me and Alpha. When someone is talking about a sponge, what is your first thought? A bath.
Washing dishes.
There you go. I think of a sponge bath. That would mean he's only keeping it secret until the info becomes public. That's very possible. I don't know. That's why I don't like it. He never wanted it. Now he's super gung-ho after just 2 weeks. He is all balls to the wall, in deep into getting this place. Putting up research facilities, new buildings, yada, yada, yada. For what purpose? Is it going to be so his daughter and her husband can show their abilities all over again with Abigail at the new research facility?
I doubt that. Mind you, he was talking to Kenny Biddle, because Kenny Biddle's interested in scientific research at the site.
I know.
He's also very interested in scientifically researching the toe tapping too.
The whole issue I have with it being Jason Hawes is Jason is connected to so many people on such a grand scale in the paranormal community, and they all look to him almost as if he's almost perfect.
He's not.
You can hear the way Beardo talks about him, the way Biddle talks about him. You can hear the way that so many other people talk about him. He almost feels like he's perfect, like he's put on a pedestal. I meant the object
Never
itself.
put anybody on a pedestal. Never, ever put anybody on a
But that's the
fucking
way
pedestal.
it sounds.
Oh, yeah.
And now a lot of them are okay with what he's doing, and then there's some of us on the outskirts going, wait, it doesn't feel right though. This don't feel good. Something don't quite add up. I meant the object itself. Do you think of like a sponge or a magic eraser? I definitely don't think of a magic eraser when I think of the word sponge.
I think I like one of those sponges with the scoury bit on top that you use for like washing dishes or
Yeah,
whatever.
I guess I think of something like that, like a Scotch Brite pad. Is that what it's called? Scotch pad? No.
Alternatively, I can think of the animal. The sponge.
I'm saying it won't stay a secret, so he has no reason to keep it a secret if it won't stay a secret. If that person's name is not on there, and if he makes an LLC, then technically the home can go to the LLC. It can go to the company, the business. The business can own that property. It doesn't have to be a singular person. And then that person
Well, at the moment,
could or could not be, named at all.
at the moment, it was owned or is still owned by Balefire LLC, which is the company that Jackie set up.
So it's owned by the company still, not her.
Mhm.
Then
It's her company. It's her, yeah.
right, but I mean it's not her personally, which is why it's owned by the.
No, it's her. It's her.
It is her.
Balefire.
Yes, it is her company, but it is not her personally. That's why she can never be sued for that place personally. Her company can, but she can't. That's why she did it that way.
But she's the only person in the company.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. She can never be sued personally for anything that happened there, but her company can. But she technically can't be. It's the way it goes.
That's why nobody got a fucking refund.
Exactly. Because she personally can't be sued for it because it's in her company's name. It has always been owned by her LLC. Then she could use her business and anything that her business still had to technically pay it off and keep it within her business's reach.
I have a feeling she forgot to update her business. Give me a second. Balefire LLC.
Oh, I know she forgot to do something with the license with the town. That's about all I remember.
No. She basically had she owned a wine business with her ex-wife. She owned a property management type company, which she forgot to keep updating and paying whatever you have to pay, business whatever's on.
Mm-hmm.
So that went in the ditch. We're not sure if Balefire LLC is still
A working company or not?
a working company, or if it went the way of all the other fucking companies that she forgot to basically pay shit for. I don't know.
Hold on a minute here. Wasn't she claiming that Balefire is the one that was screwing up when it came to the bookings and stuff too, or was that a different company?
No, that was a different company. That was Fair Harbor.
Fair Harbor, okay.
Fair Harbor who did the bookings, but Fair Harbor were like, well, the thing is, the money that they deal with the bookings, but the money goes straight into Jacqueline's bank account. So she should be the one to be able to issue the fucking refunds, but she wasn't releasing any of the money because she was saying that she had no money in her bank account anymore, because she was claiming that Fair Harbor stole it.
Okay. Yeah. She's just
they were
hiding
trying to
behind her
give
business.
they were trying to give refunds as much as they could because people were turning up and there was a crazy lady saying, you know, that they couldn't come in and the trees were talking to her and the squirrels had shat in her fucking shoes
right.
again. I don't know, but yeah.
So then technically she owns the house, but it's her business that owns it. If her business is still registered, I guess. And if it's not registered, then whoever owns the lien on the house or the mortgage on the house then technically owns it.
I mean, originally she put a lien on the house to get it from the Heinzens, because they had decided they didn't want to sell to her. They wanted to sell to somebody else.
Right.
But Jackie put a lien on the house, and they couldn't afford all the fucking legal costs. So they just said, yeah, fine, whatever, you have it.
That's the other thing, is that Jason made the comment that whoever would be running the place would have history and knowledge there, which would basically be the Heinzes.
Yeah, Heinzens, Andrea's probably not going to be around for much longer. Then there was all the staff as well. I mean, there were quite a few staff. Oh, there was the guy that got fired because John Arnold said he was stealing.
Yeah.
He's looking forward to being the groundskeeper again. They've already said he can have his groundskeeper job back.
So
he loved it.
They're already making plans to give these things back to these people before the house is even in their possession.
It was mentioned that, you know, he would love to go back to doing his old job there. So I don't know if it's been divvied up as to who's going to do what yet. I mean, they can't really do anything because they don't fucking have the house.
Correct.
There's money.
There's a lot of money trading hands right now, and that's what makes it very awkward. Yeah, he said that he was going to go bring in past owners and that manager guy. Okay, so there's already the plan to bring in those people.
So the Heinzlands and whoever else.
Tell me something's not shady.
Something smells of fish.
He is very confident that this will be his. Pretty much. Like, if you watched his video he came out like yesterday with, where he was all red-faced and crying and like, I just got off the phone, this is ours, it's definitely ours, we have a huge chance to get this, it's gonna be ours, like, he was so hyped and just into it.
I don't know, I mean, I think some of it might be him. You know, people say that you can manifest things in your life. I think he's trying to manifest it as being his.
Possibly.
He's trying to I think that's a lot of the acting and the we need to do a final push. We need to get it to 600,000. We've got a chance at doing this. He's trying to get people to a fever pitch of donating so that they get the money, so that it can be manifested as being theirs. Because without that money, everyone gets a refund.
I know. And that's what he says too. Like, he's like, you're not out anything. Yeah, no. Like, yes, they could be. If it succeeds, they could be out a lot of fucking money. Because they're not going to receive anything back on it. They're not going to get royalties.
No, but the thing is that they're going to be out on it for as long as this GoFundMe is running, because they could have. People are donating like between $5 and $50 is like the max at the moment. So they're going to be out, say, a max of $50 for the next 3 weeks. And then if it doesn't go ahead, that money goes back into their bank account again. So it's kind of like, you know, they've spent the money, but they might get a refund. So, meh.
Right, but I mean,
I'm hoping people are only donating what they can afford.
I just think it's all fucking shady as fuck. If he wanted the place so bad, he could have just forked over his own money right from the get-go and just taken it. He goes, yeah, I'd have to make it into a for-profit. No, you fucking wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. If he were to buy the place and just go, I just want to make it so that other people can come there, he would literally set that up. He would never have to worry because he'd make enough passive income off of his own name. He would never have to make it a for-profit property. He fucking doesn't have to do that. No one ever has to. That's just it. You do not have to.
Yeah,
You only
the
do it when
most-
you want that fucking green, when you want more than that place is worth. That's why you make it for profit.
Yeah. Most people, I'm just going through the donations. It's like 50, 25, 10, 10, 25, 25, 10.
Yeah,
40.
it's going to be small amounts for the most part. But
It's
let's
just
say
small amount, yeah.
one person donates 6 times $40 every time. Right, because they're being basically pressured almost every day right now by Jason to do more.
Yeah. It's like, donate, 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 donate! Donate! Yeah.
I guess I'll stop ranting on it and give my final thoughts. I think it's fucked. I don't like it. I don't think he should have done it. I don't think it should be able to fucking continue. It is too goddamn shady. It is not enough information to the public. He has such a reputation, and so many people are banking on that reputation of his, that he could potentially be duping all of them completely with this new information of this huge donor, and not knowing what is actually going on.
I'm gonna go ask some questions on Stone Rock's page.
Go for it. That's it. That's my rant.
Thank you.
Don't do that shit. God damn it.
I mean, you made perfect sense. Right.
Just switch the name to somebody else, and it's like, oh my god, that seems really weird. No shit.